Yo, what up, though, man? Mr. LUCCI in the building. How you doing?
Loving life. I appreciate you having me back again.
Hey, man, you know, we ain't got to get it right, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know, messed around and deleted the first interview. I'm like,
That's all right.
But, you know, since
Everything
then.
happened for a good reason.
Yes, sir, because since the last time we sat down, you dropped the album, Diamond in the Rough.
Diamond in the Rough. Y'all check that out. Streaming on our platforms, man.
Out right now, man. What you got? And you came out, I like the fact about the album, number one, you came out with 15 tracks.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because we in a world where, you know, short attention spans. So everybody kind of going the EP route.
Yeah.
But you came back and you dropped a full, like, LP, like really got in your bag. Like,
yeah, I actually not got into it, but kind of argued a little bit with some of my people about it because everybody like 8 songs, 10 songs. I want to put 20 on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? I've been gone 6 years. You know what I'm saying? As far as from the music scene, so why not give them something that they can just ride to? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I settled with 15, so I'm like, I settled with 15. I'm not going below 15, you know, because actually at this, I was trying to do it's crazy. April was my 20th anniversary of dropping Diabolical.
Okay.
So I came out with Diabolical in 2001, April 2001. Then here we come around. I'm out of prison, ready to move around. Now it's April 2021.
Gotcha.
20-year anniversary, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna do the exact same thing, 20 tracks on the album, you know? But it worked out. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give them something to listen to though.
Do you know why were your team pushing for the 8 to 10 tracks?
Exactly what you said. Things have changed.
Gotcha.
Attention spans are shorter. Songs are shorter. Some songs only a minute and 45 seconds now. So if I come with a song that's 5 minutes and 40 seconds, they looking at me like, man, what are you doing? You know? But hey.
It is like that because, you know, you think about it like it always got shorter because I don't know, like, you know, Papa Was a Rolling Stone by Temptation.
Yeah, I love it.
And you know that the instrumentation is almost 4 minutes long.
Yeah, before they even start singing. Yeah, yeah.
But then like gospel songs always been like a 6-7 minute length song.
Because it's the mood of the music that you let flow.
Gotcha.
You don't box the creation of the music out.
Gotcha.
You let the music flow until the music flow. Even when we used to go to church, you know, if we was growing up in church, man, it might start at 11:20 singing, but you know, they might sing the whole thing, and then the pastors be like, "Get back up," and they get back up because it's the moment of what the drama, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to go with the feel.
So do you feel like it's safe to say the reason why songs got shorter because it became more cookie cutter and lack of emotion, lack of feeling behind it? It became more commercialized to make a buck versus.
I can say that, but I can't say that they lose an emotion in it because some of those songs that's a minute and 40 seconds still have the same amount of emotion that some of those other ones get across. You know, that's all depend on the artist, how much emotion goes into that song, you know. But I do feel like the attention span of the world period is coming down. You know what I'm saying? So even as far as to the point to where forget about the music shortening, even to where we go buy stuff. Forget I don't even use a card no more. I just tap my phone on the thing. You know, it's designed to make it easier. You know, I mean they're designing basically to where you don't even have to do anything no more. You don't even have to order. You don't even go to the grocery store if you want no more.
That's real.
So they're making everything more convenient. So I look at it like they looking at it like we can get more money, the same amount of money for less amount of music.
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, then we could put out more of this more shorter music and get even more money, you know? So
quick question there. Because at first I had a podcast and I took the podcast down. I went away from the podcast route because I was like, I'm putting up like an hour worth of content.
Yeah.
And not making any money off of it. Okay. Being that, should you get paid more royalties if your music is longer? Like, should it be based on like some type of algorithm? If you get somebody drop a song that gets 1 million spins, but it's 1 minute and 30 seconds long, versus somebody who get 1 million spins and it's 4 minutes and 15 seconds long, should that longer song get paid more than that shorter song?
I mean, you could say that because of the amount of time that it covers that it is on a longer duration, but you got to go back to regular stuff. Some movies are only an hour and 15 minutes. Some movies are 2 minutes and 45. I mean, 2 hours and 45 minutes. The Titanic is 2 hours, almost 3 hours.
That's fair.
But it's the same ticket price as the Minions. That's only an hour and 10. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you can't base it off that. I feel like you get paid for the amount you put in. Now, if the song is longer, that's cool. But I feel like the effort that's put into the song is what's going to determine how much money you make out the song and how far it goes.
I want to go down the track list, man. Some of the joints. So like we said, like, man, I think the album was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate Dallas music because I'm not from here.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got a chance to get a crash course firsthand from the curators, the creators themselves. So I get to enjoy it better than the average. Like some people from Dallas, most people from Dallas will enjoy the music because you are a legend and this is home for them. For me, I feel like a student. And I almost feel like the teacher's pet who get to sit down with the professor and get it one-on-one versus in a lecture form where the city receives it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that you came with it. The bars was crazy on it. Like we talked off camera, some of the beat selection, I was like, man, you know what? If I heard them on something, some beats was like more, if I heard you on more of a modern production, I said, this shit gonna go super crazy. Because on this production, it was still crazy. You did your thing.
Yeah.
So like some of my ones, like you came in hard, ain't no other way, set the tone.
Yeah.
Straight Truth, hard, one of my favorites. God Knows, hard. Straight Truth, you said a bar on it, man. And I believe it's the right song. When you was like, you feel like, it's like you kind of feel like Job.
That's the Ain't No Other Way.
Ain't no other way.
Yeah.
That one hard.
So a nigga feel like Job after God stripped him naked.
Yeah.
Just to show the devil that he knows just where his faith is. That's how I felt when I was in prison.
Man.
Because he took everything from me. And it wasn't even just when I was inside of prison, even when I came home.
Gotcha.
The thing that I thought I was coming home to weren't there no more.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? House, wife, finances, certain things weren't there no more. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I left for, what was it? I came home with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing when God took everything from him. It's like, okay, so is you finna fold? Is you finna just quit? You know what I mean? And I was never born to quit.
Gotcha.
I started with nothing. So how can I, people that will hurt some people when they start at the top.
For sure.
They can't go to the bottom. Some people will break, you know what
That's
I'm saying? You know how they say, oh, such and such is going broke now. They saying he's going broke because now instead of worth 100 million, he's only got worth 1 million, 1.2 million now. And he doesn't know how to budget that. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's coming from up there. But when you come from the bottom, you can start back at the bottom at any given time and crank up.
For sure. And especially if you're a stand-up person, you can get back to the top a lot faster than people who made it to the top and was assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get back to the bottom and all the people who they've been shitting on been waiting for them to fall.
Exactly. And I be telling people, watch that. You know how everybody talking about their credit? They watch their credit to get their credit score. Your entertainment career from the day you start is your credit score. And that sucker always gonna stick with you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And them marks is going on there. Them deductions, them evictions, them bad interviews, them no shows at the clubs, you know what I mean? Shitting on the DJ who's not the main DJ yet. He's the runner DJ, but you don't pay him no attention because he's not the baby. He's the dude just right here. But then you come back around 6 years later and the baby's gone. And this is the nigga who's the PD over everything. Yeah. Oh, but you shitted on him. You ain't want to shake his hand, but now you coming to him, hey, baby. Nah, it ain't like that. Keep that same energy you had when I was nobody, you know?
For sure. Now, the thought process, we understand now, like the number count, how you came to the 15 tracks. Mm-hmm. But the mind process when creating this album, the diamond in the rough, like what is the meaning behind the name? And then also, what percentage of these songs were written while you were locked up versus done in the free?
Nothing was written while I was locked up.
Okay.
I wrote a lot of stuff. Like I was told on another interview a while back, I wrote stuff when I was in there. It was like a diary, therapy.
Gotcha.
Just to help me keep going. But it was some of that stuff was so... Boy, I was venting so hard on it. It's
Gotcha.
like, you know what? That's that was just aggression I had to get out. You know what I'm saying? I cleared my mind of all that before I walked out them jail doors. So now the thought process of this one was I wanted to do music. I didn't care about no fad, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear me talking about none of the stuff that they talk about on the albums right now. That's popping. That's number one. That's this right here. You're not hearing that on my project.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You ain't gonna hear none of the beefing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hear none of the capping. I hate capping. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We used to call that high capping. High capping wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
High capping ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's bragging this, and now I don't. What happened to the music? To just talking to somebody, actually getting something from the song. And that was my main goal, is to show that you can still make relevant music without losing yourself.
Gotcha.
But you got to talk about what you live. And that's the only problem that I feel like with a lot of people, they're having a problem with music, is because they're making music that they think people want to hear instead of making music that is really what they're going through. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I feel like, to me, that's like a double-edged sword right now.
Yeah.
The realism of music is what tugs at the heart, the emotion of it being real. But the young kids are so caught up in real that they want to do the stuff they want to rap about just so they can rap about it.
All right, you say the young guys are caught up in the thing that's the real, which is true. But what's really real? What's the real that they're following? Because there's two types of real. There's two different. There's a definition for real for each person.
That's real.
You feel me? It's your own moral code. That's why they say even in the street it ain't no code, because my code would be, man, I ain't telling on nobody. I accept my responsibility as a man. That's me. The next man could be, shoot, my family come first. I ain't going down for nobody.
Gotcha.
And he has his morals where he feels he stands on. I need to tell on everybody so I can come home and raise my kid. You know what I'm saying? Now that's his moral code, and this is my moral code, but it don't mesh. But who's to say his is not real?
Right.
Because he believes it. You know what I'm saying?
So wouldn't that mean to say is like, because real is subjective, no matter how real you are, to some it will still can be considered fake.
Yeah, you're gonna man, everybody gonna say something everybody's gonna be fake to somebody else.
Gotcha.
It's impossible. You can't please everybody.
Gotcha.
Everybody gonna be fake to somebody else.
So the name behind the song, because it seemed like you had an alter ego, and you was calling yourself Diamond Blue. You was calling yourself
Lou Diamond.
Lou Diamond. There we go.
Lou
So
Diamond.
Diamond in the Rough, Lou Diamond. What's the? It got to be it feel like it's a meaning behind it.
The meaning of the album. I'll tell you about Lou Diamond in a second. The meaning of the album Diamond in the Rough is, I really feel like that's what I am. But not only me, a lot of different talented artists who are not getting that exposure.
Gotcha.
But they got that music. They got the talent. They got the hunger, But just because they're not being seen don't mean it's not there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So with this album, Diamond in the Rough, I feel like I named it Diamond in the Rough because I feel like if you touch it and you dig into it, you're going to find some gems off in there. Some heavy gems. Some gems that might change your life. You know what I'm saying? So, and you may find your new favorite rapper. That's why I ain't put no big name features on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with all these people, Pauls and the Trays and the T's, and I'm cool with all these people. I know these people. You know what I'm saying? I can call, but I put unshined diamonds. I put people that's not getting that opportunity to be heard around me, and I feel more powerful. I feel more happy knowing that I'm helping somebody get an opportunity that someone's not. Because you got to pay it forward, bro.
That's real.
You got to pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? That's what longevity. Why you think Gucci and Jeezy? I'm just finna put these two out there. Gucci and Jeezy. Why do you think Gucci's legacy is moving stronger than Jeezy?
Paid it forward.
He paid it forward. Since Gucci ain't made no music, but how is he relevant? Because everybody is speaking his name because he looked out for him. He did this, he did that. Even if they wasn't signing him, he gave them opportunities. And that's what you're supposed to do. And he'll forever be rich. Gucci ain't got to put nothing else out again, man.
Facts.
They'll take care of him. On the other hand, other people who, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, I like Jeezy's music. I like Jeezy. I don't know him as a person, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about the opportunities that was given to different artists. You know what I'm saying? I seen more opportunities given on Guwap's side than I saw on that side. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, that's it.
So, like with Lou Diamond.
Okay.
What is the origin or the story behind this alter ego?
Hey, when I was in 2005, me and my partner Dosky G, shout out my boy Big Dosky G. He's the main part of the project too. He sat with me every song, every instrumental. You know, he's right there with me. You know, but he told me a long time ago, 2005. I'll never forget. We was in Maxim Media Studios, which is now Media Tech.
Okay.
I was doing 100% Real album, and he said, "Man, Lou." He say, bro, I see something in you. You real talented, bro. He said, I'm gonna start calling you Diamond, bro. I'm like, what, man? What did he say? Nah, bro, Lou Diamond. He say, because I really believe you gonna be one of the first independent artists to do 10 million records. You know what I'm saying? And I just looked at him and smiled like, yeah. And he never stopped calling me. And he never stopped calling me that. And the funny thing about it is, Pete, I have a problem with people always attaching me to the old stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, some people like being stuck with the old stuff. You know, like the Crook for Lives and the Diabolicals. Bro, I was a kid when I did that. Y'all not gonna let me grow. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, I said, okay, everybody keep sticking me to this Crook for Life and all this stuff. So now I'm still Mr. LUCCI, but from 2006 on up, I'm finna start calling myself Lou Diamond on some things. Still Mr. LUCCI, but it's gonna be Lou Diamond, my nickname. And I'm gonna see the separation if people are listening to my new music or they listening to my old music.
Gotcha.
And now it's to the point now it's a problem because nobody call me LUCCI no more. They only call me Lou Diamond. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I still can't leave that Mr. LUCCI because that's what people know me. You know, they know me by that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I can't. That's like Lil Wayne not being Lil Wayne no more. He's just been Weezy forever. You know what I'm saying? He's still Lil Wayne, and I'm still Mr. LUCCI. You know, but now it means a good problem. But now people see me, they just walk up, Lou Diamond, Lou Diamond. So, even my mama, for real, Diamond. Yeah.
That's what's up. Like, so let's take that journey, man, and kind of go back to the beginning part. At the time Diabolical come out, this is your first album, solo album release.
First solo album.
At this time, you how old?
16. Well, I finished the album at right at the end of 16, but then he held the album for a year because he didn't want me to. In order for him to drop that album with me being 16, he had to get my mama permission.
That's a whole different
but he didn't want that. So he played some old mind games and strung it out for a year till I turned 18. And you know, he got in my skin. I was young, I was naive, I wanted to work. So he got me to separate from my mom and say, forget the lawyers and all this stuff. Go sign by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So then I went and signed by myself, and I made a mistake.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Because you said something that was pretty touching. Is most child stars or most young people, teenagers who have success at a very young age, come to a point where they're fighting with the image that was portrayed with them as a kid, and they're trying to evolve into the adult. But sometimes the fans won't let them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're punished. Sometimes the artist can be punished by their early stardom.
Yeah, and in both ways though. Like you just said, double-edged sword. You see how like some artists, they start young, and then like you say, the fans won't let them grow out of it.
Yeah.
Some artists start young and they won't grow out of it.
That's real.
They'll be stuck in the past.
That's real.
They feel like, oh, this is the best I've ever did, and this is what it is. Man, fuck that shit, man. Like what's the name say? Outkast say, you only a funky as your last cut.
You focus on your past.
Yeah. So what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that, you know what I mean? But I mean, it is a struggle that you got to do, but it is possible. It does happen. You do see these people transform. You know, you look at the acting. Elijah Wood, the little white boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We watched him from a kid, from Good Son all the way up to where he's doing now. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got other people like Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, kid on the up did that. But then you go back and then you got people like Macaulay Culkin. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's all
Jaleel White, Steve Urkel.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You know?
Yeah.
So I think with this game, streets, anything, no. I mean, I'm just talking to me. If you cannot continually reinvent yourself to make yourself relevant, then you dead.
How often do you feel like an artist or just even a person have to reinvent themselves?
I feel like
is it a decade thing?
Is it with the times?
20, 30, or every 5 years is like 20, 25?
I Can't say that. You could say 5 years, but you know, like how we say, the shit moving faster.
That's
so
real.
It could be next year. You know, it could. You gotta stay with the wave. It's just like when I was in the streets, man. You know, it started with selling this, but you know, the wave came. Now, you know, I'm only weed, but you know, now the pills come. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna adapt because people want them. So either you gonna say I got them, or you gonna miss that business. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or you gonna I do this and I do this. You got to learn about it, and you got to research. You got to research what's going on. That's how you also reinvent yourself. You stay ahead of the curve and you look at the fads. Look at P Diddy. He's the greatest one that you see doing it.
Yeah, that's
this
real.
nigga been around forever, and he's steady. Relevant. He's steady relevant. You know what I mean? He makes himself relevant one way or another. If it's not the music, now he's doing the cognac. If it's not this, he's doing this. If it's not that, he's doing a 4. You know what I'm talking about? He's making himself relevant.
Do you feel like that's the case because sometimes music really isn't enough? Like music is really more of a launching pad to get into everything else?
Yes. Everything is a launching pad. That's the thing about it. You just, hopefully you see that. Even when you go to elementary school, man, you go to school, high school, that's a launching pad.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's not just, you know, just so you can learn the basics. That's an actual launching pad for you to decide what you finna do in life. It's gonna give you a head start. You know, it's gonna give you the foundation to think. You know what I'm saying? Read, write, do all these things, but you take it and you run with it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what that music is with me, because I ain't gonna do no music like that forever, bro. You know what I mean? But that's how I did the movies. You know what I'm saying? Do the clothes, do everything else, whatever you can make happen. You got to be a hustler.
So, like, when it come to it, coming into the game, 16 years old, you know what I'm saying, jumping off the porch and gaining momentum with, like, the first project, you know, when it was released.
Yes, sir.
Prior to that, man, take me to the journey leading up to music. What was the ambitions? What was the childhood like? Who was Mr. LUCCI before the world got to know Mr. LUCCI?
I was a preacher's kid. My dad was a preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Grambling, Louisiana. Well, my mom and my father are from Grambling, Louisiana, and Bend, Louisiana. You know, it's like right outside Shreveport. You know, so that's where they from. And when they had me, they moved to East Texas. I was like Lone Star State. That's what's on my birth certificate. Lone Star State, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, my pops died when I was 3. All right, he died in a Shell oil explosion. Now, when that Shell oil explosion happened, we got lump sum money. You know what I'm saying? My mom received the lump sum money, the payout. So she took that money and took us out of the country and moved us to Dallas, and that's when we landed in Richardson.
Okay.
And from that point on, I always had a gift for, you know, church music. You know what I'm saying? Writing, and I always had a memory. My music started in writing. In poetry, and I was I'll never forget, I was like second grade, and we had this poem called Change. I don't remember the poem now, but we used to have to, you know, in class how you had to read those poems and stuff. It was a program, we had to read them, you know. I don't know how or what, but it was a long paragraph like this, but I memorized that whole paragraph. And I just said it to my teacher one day, and she was like, she's looking like, how do you memorize that? I'm like, I don't know. She said, say it again. I said it, and then she took me. She's like, "Come on." I thought I was in trouble. She took me to the 6th grade class. You know, the highest grade. She's like, "Hey, I want you guys to listen to something. I have a student," and she made me sit in there. That was my first performance.
Oh wow!
Now I'm thinking about it, that was my first performance, and I did the poem over again, and they was like, you know, everybody clapped like, yeah, you know, Lil Jerun, you know what I'm saying? So, but I always had a memory, and so then my mama used to have these big speakers. These big 18s, they sit like this with the old with the record player right here, and then the 2 cassette players right here, and then like a 6-disc CD changer. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit at that mug, and I used to have a tape player and a pen and a paper, and I would write the people's songs down. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
I listen. I press rewind, play. Press rewind, play. I write every lyric down just so I could rap and know it. And I did that to multiple stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm training myself, not even knowing it at that time. And what really kicked it off was when I got to, my mom got married when I was in 8th grade. She had kicked me out and sent me to Louisiana. So I'm living in Louisiana with my kinfolk, and he was rapping. We had my mom wedding in the parking lot one day, and he plays a CD, and I'm like, what? We in the church parking lot smoking weed in the car. And he puts in the CD, bro. And I'm like, it just blows my mind to hear him on this disc. And I'm like, bro, what I gotta do? What I gotta do? Take me. He's my older cousin, you know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, bro, you know, I'm gonna try something, we'll work something out. So then he never get to take me because his mom did unlike his mom stepped in and wouldn't let Mr. Green, the dude that was trying to sign him and stuff, he was trying to screw him, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't let it happen. So that cut the whole studio stuff down. So I didn't get to go to the studio that summer. I'm sick, bro. But I felt like my kinfolk didn't let me do it also because I wasn't rapping as good as they were rapping, you know? So I came home that summer, that 8th grade summer to 9th grade. Man, when I tell you I sat in that room and wrote, I'm talking about wrote. I listened to that's when it was 3 albums I stayed playing. I listened to UGK album. I listened to that Twister, Adrenaline Rush album. I was listening to that Jay-Z album when he had that one I can't think of. I don't know if it's Reasonable Doubt, but the one where he had DMX on it. You know what I'm saying? He had Too Short on it. It was all good. Just a week ago. That album right there. You know, I'm jamming these albums, bro, and I'm writing. I'm just writing and writing. I didn't have no beats at this time, so I'm just writing a cappella stuff. And it just so happened 3 or 4 months later, I was in the barbershop with my brother, and he was talking to the barber while I was sitting down. And when I get in the barber chair, the barber like, "Hey man, your brother say you rap something." All right, I rap something. He's like, "Rap something again." I rap something. He's like, "All right," and he ain't say nothing. He just started laughing. And then that night, about 12 o'clock, he knew my dad. He called my house, and the barber Big Craig in Garland, he called my house and tell my pops, "Hey, I got a dude named Kevin A on the phone to work with Death Row. He wanna talk to your son, Jerron." So he get on the phone and he say, "Hey man, I'm Kevin A. You know, I heard you can rap something." I rap something for him. He say, "Rap something again." I rap something for him. He tell me he gonna come pick me up tomorrow after school. Well, nah, he ain't say nothing. He hung up the phone. When I came home from school the next day, cause now I'm in 9th grade. Now I'm a freshman at Naaman. When I came home from school the next day, my pops told me, you gotta go, you got a meeting. You know what I'm saying? You got a meeting at the barbershop with Kevin A. So I go to the barbershop. I meet Kevin A, rap for him and his wife Lydia, and then they take me to the studio and I meet Pookie and I do Crook for Life the next day, you know, and it's a rap, you know.
So then now, cause how much older is Pookie than you?
I think Pookie like 6 years.
Okay.
5, 6 years older than me.
Okay. And you about how old at this time?
Right now I'm 38.
I'm talking about when you did Crook for Life.
Crook for Life, I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
Damn, so he like 22.
Yeah.
21, 22.
Yeah, he was 20. Nah, I think he was 20. I think
20,
he was 20.
okay.
Yeah, I think he was 20.
Okay. So then y'all laid this record down. How long did it take it for this record to go crazy? Because even right now when that record come out, mind you, when I came here, I heard the song. And it felt like I always knew the song. I'm like, damn, where did I hear this from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like I always known it, man. Like, at what point in time, obviously it's timeless, but how long did it take for it to take off after y'all recorded?
Bro, this is honest truth. Believe this or not. We recorded that song on Friday. All right? Kevin made us a bet that Friday after we ended up jamming it. He made us a bet. He said, "Man, I bet y'all can't write a clean version to that." We like, what? He bet us $100 a piece that we couldn't write a clean version. How he did it, he only let us, we only recorded in the studio. Bro, we came back and recorded that clean version on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That song was on the radio Friday.
Damn.
You know?
Now, with your relationship with Mr. Pookie, like, because it wasn't like y'all was kind of, from how you explain it, it wasn't like y'all really had a relationship prior to getting just put together.
No, we didn't know each other.
What was it like as far as y'all, once y'all did that song together, did y'all ever build some type of relationship?
Fucking right. That became my brother, bro.
Gotcha.
Like the first time we met, I remember, we walked outside to talk to each other. Kevin was like, I guess, like, y'all go bond, you know what I mean? While I handle business in here. So we walk outside and just start talking and shit. I was like, you smoke? And he was like, yeah, I smoke. He smoking his blacks and shit. He like, yeah, I smoke, but I ain't got no bud right now. Shit, I pulled a blunt up out my sock, you know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, this little nigga, you know what I'm saying? And after that, it was it, you know, it was up. Man, shit, we was around each other. We was inseparable.
So y'all went in, how many projects did y'all drop together?
Well, we dropped. What do you mean together? As far as like
I mean,
together
how many
or just
songs? Because y'all was never became officially a group, but y'all
yeah,
kind of
yeah. We never became a group, but people made us a group.
got
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, the people won't say Lucci without saying Pookie, or Pookie without Lucci. You know what I'm
got you.
saying? But we did. I don't know about 10. You know what I'm saying? 10. I know, because I know we did the Ripple, Diabolical, of course. Then we did My Life. Then we did It's All Lust, and then we did about 4 solo albums a piece. There's 8. You know what I'm saying?
Got
And
you.
then that's when I started doing my other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he started doing his other things. That's when I started my own company a little later after that.
So what kind of made y'all kind of split?
We just grew.
Got you.
We just grew. We had that. We just grew. We just grew apart. Like I told you that you know, life changes. You know, life changes. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have forever friends, but the goals that he wanted was different than the goals that I wanted.
Gotcha. So being that you had that like that early success, and you doing your thing, y'all doing your thing with the music, Crip for Life going off. How did you get sucked into the street side of things when like music seemed like it was going so well?
Because the music was going well, but even right now to this day, like you know, a lot of people say Lucci, he real humble. He don't never, you know, like boast and stuff like that. But that's not by choice. You got to keep in mind. The whole time we did Crook for Life, Diabolical, all that stuff, you know, they was telling us our records were flopping. They weren't selling. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, they spinning on the radio, but we losing. Y'all not selling. Y'all this. Y'all got to get back in the studio, make another album. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we're not getting paid. So now it's like I'm not seeing my fan base. I'm not seeing my growth or how many people, like, it's not like the internet. Like right now, you can get on your Instagram and say, oh, I got 200,000 followers. I got this many fans. Right. It wasn't like that back in the day with us. It wasn't no internet, you know. It was just like whatever you heard inside of North Dallas, really that street where we was at before we went. It's like, damn, man. I ain't no niggas jamming us in Canada. People jamming us in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I didn't know that. I didn't find out none of that until, you know, 8, 9 years later. But by that time, I was already broken on the inside from the music.
Gotcha.
You know, I was hungry. I wanted to eat.
What made you? What do you think is like that final thing that like broke you on the inside when it came to music?
When my stepdad called and was like, my mom called and was like, baby, congratulations. I didn't know you sold so many records. I'm like, what you talking about, mama? You know what I'm saying? She's like, they say y'all got over like 300,000 records sales. You know, your dad's frat brother, you know what I'm saying? He's in the industry. He told us about the sales. I didn't know that. Killed me. Damn. I called Pook and them right then. This bitch ass nigga been doing this shit. I called him, nigga, fuck you. I ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And I left. They stayed. I left. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them, I left. You know what I'm saying? The only thing about it, man, I ain't gonna get handled. You get over on me once, you get over on me twice, it's on me, nigga. I ain't finna let you get over on me again. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I left. They stayed for about another year, 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? But then eventually they left. And then I was already on my own. You know what I'm saying? So then they came back. But now I gotta get some bread. So
you go to hustling. And then eventually the hustling leads you to prison. Like, how long getting into the hustling game did it take before you actually land in jail?
And you can't full-fledged hustling 2007 to 2014 when my indictment hit.
Gotcha.
So 7 years.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And the reason I say full-time, that means like you don't live off nothing else but this.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because I was still doing rap stuff when we first left, because we were still able to go do shows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We did little joint ventures with like Boss, a little subsidiary of the Universal and stuff like that. So we were still trying to tug with that music. But once that shit stopped, man, 2006, I met one of my partners. He wanted a feature from me. I went and did a feature with him, and just so happened he happened to be the plug. And shit, fuck rapping.
Yeah, to get to that paper.
Fuck rapping, bro. Bro, look, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I fuck around and everybody know me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a loyal fucking friend. Like I used to have a lot of partners that hustle. You know what I'm saying? They used to always try to give me the hustle, but I ain't never want to hustle. I'm just like, bro, nah, I'm fuck with this music shit like this. You know, I let people set up stains and plays and stuff, but I like this, you know. But I was that person who like the big D-boy partner be like, hey, Blue, I'm finna come drop something off over there. Hold it for me. I'm finna go out of town. You know what I'm saying? It might be a bag with 100 grand in it. You know what I'm saying? 150 grand in it. I ain't got nothing but probably $5, $10 with me and my wife and them. But I ain't finna touch that bag.
Gotcha.
And they know it. You know what I'm saying? So when the opportunity came, cause I got tired, bro. My nigga C-Fat was like, man, you better quit that fucking job, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, it was just bad, bro. But anyways, I went to my partner, bro. I say, man, I quit my job, man. I got my kids on the way. I had kids already, but I got another one on the way. I'm like, bro, let me get on with the hustle. You know what I'm saying? This is when I said nothing else but this. I said, let me get on the hustle. He was like, he said, man, I've been trying to get you, because he had been trying to turn me on. Like, I've been trying to get you. What you want, bitch? What you want? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like 1 or 2 pounds so I can, you know, break down a second. Like, what you want? You want 50? You want 100? You want this? I'm like, man, hell nah. What the fuck I'm finna do with that? I just want to sack up some sacks, you know what I'm saying? And shit, he's like, man, fuck that. He said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get you ready. Bro, he come and drop me off something. Bottom line though, I didn't know my reach. Once he dropped it out to me, I called all my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey bro, I got this. They're like, nigga, you got what? Nigga, it was almost like how Ace was on What's Name Paid in Full. Yeah. They like, nigga, you whatever, let me see. And when I went and showed them, cause I know my first block was like 30-some blocks, they were like, damn. One of my partners like, damn, I need 60. You know what I'm saying? That's 30, bro, I need 60. I say, shit, I can get. He said, you can get the whole 60? Yeah. You bullshit. I can't. Bro, between, it was 2 days, you know what I'm saying? They got moved like 440-some pounds, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Like that. And shit, I knew it was over from then. Fuck that, you know what I'm saying? I was in a 1-bedroom apartment. I didn't even have, no money to, to buy Ziploc bags to sack up the L's, you know what I'm saying? I was like that bad, you know what I'm saying? I scraped quarters and shit together to go buy a scale, you know what I'm talking about? So I could weigh it. But shit, just so happened, nigga, I ain't need no Ziploc bags. I needed trash bags, because how this shit ran. And it's history ever since, though. That was history ever since.
Got you. And so then you end up going to prison. And how long was you in prison for?
I was in prison for right at 4 years and some change, you know what I'm saying?
Got you. And so at this time, you didn't have any priors?
Nah, I never been arrested or none of that shit like that. So I got weed charge, but no priors, no priors.
Got you. So you go to prison. You take your plea or?
Yeah, I took a plea.
What was you facing?
Huh?
What was you facing?
Well, first look, if I took it to trial, you know what I'm saying? It was 5 to 40. Okay. That's what they say. Take it to trial, 5 to 40. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't got no know me. I ain't never been arrested before, bro. I ain't never got caught with no dope, driving, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, now I'm gonna take it to trial. You know what I'm saying? My lawyer like, you sure? I'm like, fucking right. How they work though? They didn't give me my discovery. They held my discovery for a long time. Like I had to turn in whether I'm gonna sign or not in June. They didn't give me my discovery until right in May. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they done waited from November all the way to May to find out. I'm like, oh man. So now I only got 30 days to look over my discovery, thick ass discovery. Shit, man. My lawyer called me in the office. He said, hey, he set a piece of paper on the table. It was 6 names on that motherfucker. These 6 people right here willing to come testify. They already done gave their statements. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So you go to trial. 1, I could maybe discredit. 2, you got 6 something right here. They don't have their names on there, but they got their statements, you know, like, yeah, me and LUCCI, and that's how you know it is. It'd be like, yeah, me and LUCCI was sitting down, and I was, me and LUCCI was sitting down, and I was interviewing him about his, you know, this, and it's like, I was only with, you know what I'm saying? That's who was interviewing me. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. You know where it is. It's like, man, damn, fool. Because they telling secrets, like real intimate shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, fuck it, bro. What they offering? You know what I'm saying? He said they offering, with your guidelines, they told me 8 years first. They said they offering 8 years. And I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He like, but if you debrief and you do this, I can get you 3 points off for your for 3 points off, and then that'll knock your bid down, because the weed law changed in 2014, which knocked off 2 points, which helped me like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So That's why I got sentenced under the new guidelines. So that's why it dropped from the 8 years already off top. But he was trying to get me to debrief and shit. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. You already got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you done talked to 20-some people, and now you want me to go in there last because I was the last one to get picked up. And I'm like, I ain't finna even fuck myself up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just took the plea. And the judge ended up telling me 70. My guidelines ended up falling between 70 and 84 months.
Okay.
And he gave me the low end. He gave me 70 months.
Okay. So you take this charge.
Yeah, I take it.
And so now you enter what some people may call the belly of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
You get in. What was prison, when you look at the experience, is it as worse or as bad as people paint it out to be? Or is prison based on your choices make it as good or as bad as it is in that?
It's both. It's both. But it also depends on the conditions that you're in the prison.
Gotcha.
Also, what prisons that you're at. You know what I mean? See, I was blessed. I didn't have no priors. I didn't have no points. I didn't have nothing like that. So I was blessed to go to a camp.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? A camp, nigga, that's like daycare. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you want in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really in prison. But if you was behind the fence at a low, you know what I'm saying? That's a little better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a camp, but it's better than being at a max or a pen. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, nigga, you really got to defend for your life. You know what I'm saying? People, when they start high, they work their way down. People pray to work their way down till they can get to a camp. You know what I mean? Like I was in that bitch. It was niggas who was gone 20 years. And they just not getting to a camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to work your way down. You got to stay out of trouble. But how that shit is, it's so segregated and so, man, it's organized, bro. Gotcha. It's organized. So it's like I say, it's your condition of your prison and where you at. Because you can be in some spots where, nigga, it is what it is. You either ride with us or you get sent up top.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So now you in this camp, you're away from your family. So and then you and your wife end up splitting up while you was in prison, or this is after you came home?
Nah, well shit, I guess we was gone before I went to prison. I ain't know. Shit, I found out through one of my side bitches, man. They hit me on the hey, straight up, dog. Cause look, I'm on some square ass shit. I ain't on no square ass shit. I'm just on some like, man, dog, I done fucked up. I had this pre-trial because what really fucked me up was I got to get out on the PR bond. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So when I got on that PR bond, everybody shunned me, bro. Nobody would pick up the phone when I got out. It was like, oh, that nigga rat. It's like, it hurt me in the heart, bro, because it's like I got over a couple 100,000 out here. You know? I mean, I got stuff in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew they was coming. You know what I'm saying? I got everything away from me, and I'm trusting these people. You know what I'm saying? And when I get home, man, everybody cut their phones off, bro. Damn. I couldn't find nobody. I'm like, ooh, we hurt. So now I'm stuck. Except it's two of my partners. They stayed 100. They know who they are. So then I end up having to it wasn't nothing but me, my wife, and my boys. And like, nigga, that was the first time in 7, 8 years that I actually was at the house sitting down, like my kids coming in from school and actually seeing me. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Like I was gone. You know, so. That was like the best year of my life. So I'm like, you know what? This is what I was supposed to be doing the whole time, man. Just being with my family. I was broke. I was doing bad, but I was happy with my family. So when I went to jail, and then that's another thing. All the hoes, like all your friends, all the hoes, all of them disappear when we ain't going to the club doing this and throwing this, and we ain't doing something. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? I can't help you with your light bill, all that type of stuff. So they stopped coming around. Then I ain't smoking because I'm on papers. Right. So now I ain't just free smoking with you now, you know. So they backed themselves up. So this was a blessing, though. This was a blessing. Only reason I say that because by the time it was time for me to go to prison, I didn't have nothing. I was already hurt. So it wasn't like I was finna go to prison then like, damn, my partners ain't picking up the phone. They had did that while I was free. So I went to prison with the mindset, nigga, I'm in this bitch by myself. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shit. But one of my side bitches ended up hitting me like a year before I got out, dog. Like, blah, 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 you baby mama, blah. Oh, my God, that shit killed me in there, fool. I ain't gonna lie, boy. If you ain't never felt no pain, you feel that pain in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, man, it's a blessing and a curse because it made me, you know, it taught me you don't know what your body can go through. You don't know what you can go through until you go through it. And shit, nigga, I'm strong than a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get out, touch down, and see what these motherfuckers are doing and be able to smile.
That's real.
And say, God bless you. You know what I'm saying?
So once you get out, you know what I'm saying, and you hit the street again, like what was the biggest change you saw just as the world. I mean, I guess as the society prior to going in to getting out, what was the biggest change you saw?
Shit, honestly, the beef in my city. The beef in my city was fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it. And the reason why it's a big change to me, I know you don't like talking about it, but the reason why it's a big change to me because when I went to jail, you know what I'm saying? The only two artists that I had that fucked with me was my little bros, MO3 and Yella.
Gotcha.
And we in the studio together while I'm riding out my last bid. Them the only two niggas on my album. If you go the album that I dropped on what is that? One Time for the Road.
Okay.
Yella and
MO3.
MO3. You know what I'm saying? And we in the studio, and it's like
together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get on the same song, but it was just like it's like that vibe there, bro.
Gotcha.
Then to come home to just, it's like what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? And then, I'm big homie, big bro, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like I tell both of them, I come home, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm thinking in prison, bro, because I see Yella get shot when I was in jail, So I come home, and I'm thinking like, my partners them talking like, Lou, you can fix that shit when you get home. Try to fix that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nigga, that's what I'm gonna do. Them my little niggas, bro, you know what I'm saying? But then I got home, and I talked to both of them, and it was way deeper than what it's past help. So all I could do was pray for them and tell them each individually how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And like I told bro, I love both of y'all niggas, man. Hey, man, I hate it. I can't change it, bro, but I hate it. I hate it, bro. I don't like seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? One of them like, bro, I really ain't tripping on the shit, fam. You know what I'm saying? It just, and the other one, they don't even want to talk about it. Like, they laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, y'all both men. So I got to step back and let y'all two men handle men, whatever. But, I hated it, I hated it.
It's unfortunate, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
With that, back to one of on your song when you talked about Job, I know you're a God-fearing man, and we end on this. I think Job, to me, is probably the worst book to talk about God.
Yeah, because okay, go ahead.
Because what it looked like to me when I think of the book of Job, I say, well, number one, like guy gambles. Number two, why is he trying to prove anything to the devil? Number three, does God truly know everything before it happened? Because if you know what's going to happen before it happened, you don't even have to tell the devil to consider Job. And then the thing is God volunteered Job's name.
Yeah.
The devil just showed up and he was like, well, have you not considered my servant Job? And then the devil's like, oh, yeah, but you protecting the dude. Lift up your blessing, remove your hedge, and he'll curse you to your face. God was like, you can do whatever you want to him, you just can't kill him. Like, wait a minute. Well, if you know everything, you already know he's not going to do that. So why even put him through this? And you volunteer him to do this. And then on top of that, how can you kill my wife and my kids and say, you've been faithful, I'm going to give you a new wife and more kids? No, you can't replace the kids, the people that died with the new people. Like, it don't work like that.
Yes, I understand that.
And so that book everybody was like, oh, man, that book is showing Job was faithful to God, but God was not faithful to Job.
He wasn't?
He wasn't.
Was he? I mean, you gotta look at. I understand.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I listen. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I look at my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, that's my life. I love them to death. If I found out like God was like, yeah, but have you considered my man's Derek? You could kill Logan and Layla and his wife Amber. And then I say silent and say, good job, Derek. Now here goes some new kids, Christopher and Jasmine.
Yeah.
No, fam.
I understand. No. Trust me. I understand exactly where you're going. I understand it, bro. I understand, and it's like unfair. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfair. But this is what I get out of it, how it is with me. This is what I take out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's unfair. You could do right all your life and still have all the bad shit happen to you.
That's fair. That's true.
You feel me? You can do all the bad shit in life and have all the good shit happen to you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what decision are you gonna make, period, on the inside? You know what I'm saying? Even with me knowing what can happen, you know what I'm saying? All the bad shit by me staying faithful, me doing this and believing in this, I still gotta move forward. Life don't stop, bro. It don't matter what. Like, I don't care. If I lose everything, if I lose all my loved ones today, you know what I'm saying? God forbid, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can't stop living.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like how can I say it? It hurts, it suffers. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it as I take that stuff, bro. Life ain't fair, bro. I don't care what we do. Life ain't fair, but we gonna have to keep going. I don't cry with spilled milk no more, bro. It ain't right that I did everything right and my homeboys ratted on me and did that. It ain't right that I try to do this and I come home and nothing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't right that I sit in there, I don't tell on nobody, I don't do nothing, but then I come home and the niggas that told on me, they are doing everything, fixing everything for everybody else and getting all type of love like that, and then I'm getting labeled a snitch. Unfair. But does that stop me? No. Do I lay down? Fuck no. I ain't gonna never lay down. You know what I'm saying? So I get out of that story, bro. Nigga, I'm gonna go for it regardless what happened. Regardless what happened, man. Because you gotta understand, you are right. We are attached to all these things, and these are our families, our loved ones, but we are also inside a temporary state.
That's real. I guess I bring that up because a lot of times the need for God or the ideal of God is needed when everything is out of my control that's crumbling around me. It's like, God, I'm dependent on you because you know what? You are the Almighty. You are the Creator. Nothing is too big for your hands. And so we tend to lean on God when we feel like, I've done all I can do. God, is up to you. But the ultimate betrayal, when you look at Job, it was like, but you the one that I'm looking to be the hope.
Yeah.
And the curator of making things better is actually the one who volunteered and actually orchestrated everything to happen. All I'm saying is that story for God, for me,
they just threw it out for you. It
throws it off for me.
Yeah,
it was like,
trust me, I feel you, bro.
I was like, man, this is messed up.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. You know, like you say, and people do that. You know, I went through so many religious wars right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went from believing in God, not believing in God. You know what I'm saying? To being a Christian, not being a Christian. You know what I'm saying? To actually, you know, reading so much to where you don't even want to read no more. When you actually start digging and finding the truth, and what I end up telling it, the bottom line is, nigga, I'm God. God is in me. So when I lean on me, as long as I lean on me, I'm gonna forever be straight. It's when I put my faith in your hands and expect you to do something for me. I can't expect you to get me where I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I need to go do that. So when I'm leaning on God, I'm leaning on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaning on the God in me.
That's real.
And that's what's pushing. And I'm gonna forever push. That's why I told on the radio, they talking about they feel like they think LUCCI gonna fall off, LUCCI gonna fall. That's just like saying God gonna stop. And I am God. I'm not gonna stop. God is in me. You know what I'm saying? I know what I am. People buy these jewelry, they buy all this. Bro, you know I could have been my jewelry, I could have do all that. People put money on they self to show the value of they self. Well, nigga, you worth way more than them fucking diamonds. You are the treasure. Why do you need to dress yourself inside of this, inside of that to make yourself feel comfortable? When you understand you are the rich, you are the gold. These things happen because of you. I was doing some shit the other day, and I said, man, I want to ball out one day. I do my release party, baby. I said, I'm gonna go get that side G. I'm gonna go ball out. I'm you know, because I don't do it often. I said, I'm just gonna ball out, man. I'm gonna have some fun. And I did it. I did that shit, man. And one of my barbers, man, my mentor, he, you know what I'm saying, he topped it up with me. He looked at me and say, man, that shit good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he say, bro, don't do that dumbass shit no more, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Faye, why are you paying to promote somebody else's brand, nigga, when you are the brand? You know what I'm saying? Brand yourself. That clothes don't help you. You help the clothes. You know what I'm saying? So that's it's real. Like, it's not only with, but that's not just with that. It's a lot of stuff, but I'm not finna just, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, like, nigga, I shine, I glow. You shine, you glow. You feel me?
Yeah.
You shine, you glow. You got it in you. The light is in you. But shit, it's what you do with it. You gonna sit there and let it dim, or you gonna let it shine?
Not as real.
So shit, your future in your hands. I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? Your future in your hands, bro. Nigga, I don't sleep. I don't sleep, D. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, bro. I go to work until I work. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I ain't
same
got to, but I work. You know what I'm saying? I work from 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. I pick up my kids at from between 4 and 6 after they get out of football practice. Then I'm in the studio from 6:30 to 3:30 in the morning, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it takes me 30 minutes to get to my house from the studio. So now I'm back at my house at 4.
To be up at 5.
To be up at 5. Nah, but sometimes I might get up at 6.
Gotcha.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I have to be up by at least 6
Gotcha.
because I have to go pick up in order to get to work because I do hot shots. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I got to go pick up stuff before I get there. But it's like, you can't tell me shit's not possible. You can't tell me it's not possible. What I tell you, when I made the album, what I have?
Nothing.
Exactly. But I made a project. You feel me? The
Gotcha.
God in me made a project. You know what I'm saying? The universe pulled toward me. It gravitated to what I wanted. I spoke it into existence. I'm going to keep speaking into existence. You know what I'm saying?
So then, let me leave you with this one question. And maybe this is a double entendre. If life is not fair for everybody, doesn't it make it fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we all walk around and we say, man, life ain't fair. I mean, yeah, it's true. It's not fair for everybody.
Yeah. So that makes it equal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that, bro. Bro, man, come on, man. The sun don't shine every day. It rains some days, bro.
That's true. And you need that rain too.
Exactly, bro.
Hey, man, we're Lou Diamonds.
Lou Diamond.
Lou Diamond.
Mr.
Hey,
Lucci, too.
Mr.
But Lou
Lucci.
Diamond, man. Lou Diamond.
I mean, we got to sit down again, man. I appreciate you coming and sit with me again.
I really appreciate you, for real. Real deal, man. Hey, and if y'all ain't got the album, go stream it. And shout out to my boy for letting me even be on this platform. I really appreciate it. And shout out to everybody out there trying to do their thing, man. Shout out my boy Doski G, C-Fat, Stack Mo Brother. Hey, we going up, baby. Japanese, VG, we going up. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, till we meet again.
Yes, sir.